when the good book forbade fornication. If they'd known what Lucy had done that morning, they'd also say she had herself to blame. She'd woke before Solomon, wanting to make biscuits for him and the children, but the butter she spent a month of Sundays churning, which she put in the icebox before bed to harden, had sat on the table. By the soupy look of it, it had to be spoiled. She felt like screaming. Such behavior, though, was unbecoming. Her adoptive mother, Miss Horn, had drilled into her that Lucy should aspire to be a lady, even if she had to step aside for white ones in Alabama. Solomon's mother was behind the butter. It had happened twice before, and each time the woman had waited until Solomon was in earshot to bless Lucy out. She did likewise that morning. "You must think money growing them damn rose bushes of yourn. The prices on everything around here going up. Ain't never met nobody so careless and just standing there like a big old cow in the road." Lucy started shaking from that thing inside her. It had been trying to come up since her mama died, but she pushed it down like usual until her body got hot. Solomon gave Lucy a knowing look from across the kitchen as he tried to shush his mother. They all paused when Bertha, Lucy and Solomon's oldest, burst in yelling, "Mama Stella, it wasn't her. I left it out. It was me who did it, not Mom." The air in the kitchen felt staticky. Bertha was usually quiet and kept to herself like Lucy. Now she stood with her feet apart, fists at her sides. At 13, her body was already taking on the curves inherited from Lucy and the mother. The girl whom Lucy birthed in Alabama was no longer a girl if the shenanigan in Celia's basement hadn't already let her know. "Why you be blaming Mom for everything?" Bertha added. Lucy didn't think children were best seen and not heard, but she taught hers to respect their elders, their grumpy grandma included. Solomon's mother would blame her for Bertha's outburst too. Lucy didn't like to beat her children either, but she itched to find the slipper she'd used for Bertha a few weeks earlier and whoop her again for acting so grown. When the mother slapped Bertha, though, that thing inside Lucy rose again. Without thinking, Lucy rushed around the table. As her hand shot out at the mother, she wished she could have shoved Bertha too, just like Celia had a month ago. The mother slammed against the buffet, rattling the dishes inside. "Don't you touch my children," Lucy said, even though she'd shocked herself with the force of her push. She couldn't recognize her own voice either, low and strained as it was, like Celia's when something riled her. Lucy had the strange sensation that nothing could hurt her, and as she gasped to get her breath back, she took pleasure seeing fear in the mother's eyes. But Bertha looked scared too, and that shamed Lucy. The next thing Lucy knew, Solomon's morning breath was hot in her face. "God damn you, Lucy, get out of my house." That thing in Lucy tried to come up again as she thought about how she and Solomon pooled their money every month for the landlord, and now it was his house, and he was taking the Lord's name in vain in front of her. Lucy stood there stunned as he went to embrace his mother, who ranted about how her backbone hurt, how Lucy might have broken something. The mother rested her cheek against Solomon's arm and smirked at Lucy. Lucy yanked Bertha into the parlor to stop herself from charging at the woman again. As she climbed the stairs to her bedroom to finish dressing for work, she recalled, as she did in these moments, that fire that happened at their neighbor's house up the street shortly after moving to New Jersey. That family of 10, also from Alabama, had lost the house and all their possessions in just a few hours, but at least they had each other, they said. The husband had rushed in multiple times to get everyone out, starting with the children, one under each arm. Lucy envisioned for the umpteenth time waking to find her own house on fire. She knew in her bones that she'd need to save herself, maybe the children too. Solomon would surely leap over her and out of bed to rescue his mother first.